been trying to set up on a schedule for myself. I mean, I know you sent me a study plan, but it's been hard because I work full time, and that's the most challenging part of it.
Understood. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many
But
hours a week are you looking to put in
I want
for the
to
LSAT?
do 6 hours a day,
And you're working full time?
and I'm working full time.
So how would you do that?
So I've been trying to wake up early, around 6 in the morning, and take like an hour just to get ready. And then around 7, I start to take a look at the questions. And I get to do like 2 questions or 2 exercise with a bunch of questions. And I feel like good about it because I understand and I get, 90% of them, I get it right. And I feel like that's the moment that it's best for me to study. After 6, after work, it's just hard. It's just hard. And that's where I'm trying to figure out how to get things done.
I see. Okay.
So
So what
yeah,
happens when you try to do the studying afterward? Because you're doing maybe, or how many hours are you doing in the morning?
2 to 3.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
the rest in the evening. So the evening would be maybe 3 to 4 to achieve your
Yes.
6.
Yes. Yes.
So what
Yes.
happens in the studying in the evening? How's that?
It's just like I can focus. That is the opposite from the morning when I'm starting with a fresh mind. In the evening, it's more like, okay, this happened at work, and then I have roommates as well, and it's like it's just harder to do it in the evening.
Okay. So we
Yeah.
need to get rid of your roommates and we need
Yeah.
to make you more energetic
Yes.
in the evening.
Yes.
So how can we do that?
uh, I guess I don't know. I don't. I guess I think I definitely need to take a break for 1 or 2 hours after work, and then get ready in that period of time. Just get ready. It's mindset for the next hours of study.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe you take a break after work, you
Mm-hmm.
reset yourself. Maybe you can get a little bit more out of that
Mm-hmm.
time. Maybe you can do an hour, maybe 2. But if your roommates are paying their rent, you can't really
Yeah.
kick them out, right? And
Right.
especially with COVID, there aren't too many other places they might be going at relative
Right.
to normal times, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you have some caffeine, maybe
Mm-hmm.
you work out a little bit to re-energize yourself, but
Mm-hmm.
you also have to wake up the next day.
Right.
And on a weekdays, you said you're waking up at maybe 6, right?
Yes. Yes. Yep.
So there are boundaries.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah. That's where I'm at right now, and it's a process. It's a whole process. It's crazy. It's not a joke.
No, it's not a joke. I can sense your dedication. I mean, you started off saying 6 hours of LSAT study and the full-time job. And so I want to explore for you, can we achieve the 6 hours? And if not, can it still be okay?
I think we can achieve the 6 hours, but also I think that if we do not, it's okay because I'm not rushing in taking the LSAT anytime in the summer. I thought of August, but also I don't have to. I think October sounds good too, but I mean, but at the same time, the sooner the better for me. Yeah.
The sooner the better, because you just want to be done with it.
Yes,
I
kind of.
understand. I understand that.
Yes. Um,
What kind of score
yeah.
increase are you looking for? What are your goals?
Well, I want to just, you know, I don't want to be in the low 150. Definitely not. I want to stick in New York City. I want to go to CUNY law school, honestly. That's my main goal, but also I'm open to other schools as well. And I know that CUNY law school doesn't really, I don't know what's the score that they're asking for, but I want to I want to get at least 160, 165. That's where I want to be.
Okay. And where are you
I
at
think
now?
I have the time. I haven't taken any practice tests yet. So I think that's my next step.
Okay. Yeah, you could take
right
a
now.
practice test just to see where you're at. I would recommend taking that with a
Yeah.
big grain of salt, because
Yeah.
if you haven't done all the work yet, it's not going to reflect your true
Right.
potential. It'll just be a snapshot of where you currently stand, and it'll tell you that there's some work to do, most likely, as it is for everyone. Very few people start off with cold diagnostics in the 160s. It takes
Yeah.
a while for most people to get there, myself included. It took me a long time to get there.
Yeah.
So my recommendation is that you allow some time.
Mm-hmm.
And you're dedicated, you want to put in 6 hours on top of a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to explore with you if that can be achieved, and if so, how.
Well, I guess I think it would be mornings and evenings. I think it can be achieved that way. I just need to get it, get my mindset ready. And I think from 7 to 10 in the morning, and then 7 to 10 in the evening. I think that's what I want. Mm-hmm. That's what I want. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know there are a lot of people who want to do similar, and there are people who do similar.
Yeah.
The question is, what's the quality of the hours that you're gonna get?
Okay. Like in terms of like what I want to do in the first 3 hours, and then like if I want to do logic games, or that's your question?
Well, that's the content of the hours. Right. I'm asking about the quality of the hours, because you started off the conversation saying the morning hours are fantastic.
Yeah.
The evening hours are kind of draining, and maybe you're not getting what you want from those.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to figure that out. I know the mornings works for me, so yeah, I need to figure it out. I need to figure that out, and how to get those 3 hours done in the evening.
To me, this is the fundamental question for you, Belen, because this question will then dictate what you end up doing and how you spread it out. But the question of when you study and the kind of work that you're doing, they're two separate things. So you have your day, you have your life. And so you're working full time. Achieving your fullest potential also requires sleep, diet, exercise, relaxation. You spoke of the mental reset. I think that's key if you're going to get back into it in the evening. It's also key for the morning too. But you also have to navigate the roommate issues. You have the full-time job. Yeah. Now, I'll say as a side note briefly for context that my typical recommendation for those who are not working full-time is max 6 hours a day of LSAT prep.
Okay, so you're saying that I shouldn't do 6 hours?
That's my inclination. Okay. I'm kind of hesitant to recommend that or leave the conversation without.
I mean, that makes sense. I don't, that makes sense. I mean, 6 hours a day with a full-time job is a lot. It's a lot. So maybe instead of 6 hours, maybe do 4 hours a day. I think that sounds better.
It sounds better to me. To me. I didn't want to just start off the conversation telling you it's a bad idea, because I wanted to actually explore with you a little bit of what could that really look like? How is it possible to do everything you need for a top LSAT, which also includes the sleep, diet, exercise, and relaxation? So that would involve things. Okay, well, are you working LSAT 6 hours and working full time? What happens to your sleep as a result? What happens to your mindset as a result? What happens to your eating? Are you getting outside enough? All of these things are important to consider, because even if you put in the hours, the quality of your life and the quality of your results may suffer.
And I was just reading your email about that you used to wake up at 4 a.m. And I'm like thinking, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't also, having a job in 6 hours is a lot. So
You could wake up at 4 a.m., but then you might want to go to bed earlier too.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I guess 4 hours a day is fine. I think I can do that. I think maybe it just like with the LSAT, I'm trying to take it seriously. So I put a lot of pressure on me. Like I need to do 6 hours. I have to do that. So I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Who's putting pressure on you?
Huh?
You said someone's putting pressure on you.
No, I am putting
pressure on yourself.
I am putting pressure on me. Yes.
Understood.
So that's what it is. Maybe that I want to do 6 hours a day, but I think 4 hours sounds good, and I think I'm gonna try to stick to that schedule. In the morning, and then work.
Yeah. See what those 4 hours end up looking like for you. If you feel that maybe 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening, all of those hours can be high quality, then fantastic. Keep it up. Yeah. Maybe you want to do 3 in the morning, 1 in the evening. That could also be okay. So tweak it a little bit. I mean, if you're aiming for August or potentially beyond, then you have enough time to experiment and adjust a little bit. And adjustments will inevitably happen regardless. It's very unlikely that somebody would always do exactly 7 to 9 morning, 7 to 9 evening. You may adjust a half hour here or there, or maybe some days will be 3, maybe some days will be 4.5, and you can see what it looks like. You can track this and see how does your energy level feel as you try out one method or just end up doing one method or another for scheduling.
Sounds good. Also, another thing that I want to ask you something. In terms of timing, how do you suggest me timing the exercises or the practice test?
Sure. Yeah. How long have you been studying for?
So it's been 2 weeks now. Like 3 to 4 days a week that I've been trying to study. Yeah.
Okay. So you're still fairly early in the process.
Yes, very much so.
We're speaking now in February and you're maybe aiming for August. So you still got at least maybe something like 6 months remaining. So I would stick with untimed for now.
Okay.
Because you have plenty of time to work on time to work later, but you also want to make sure you get the fundamentals down and you can take some time for accuracy alone before bringing in the timed components.
Okay. Sounds good.
Any other questions for today, Belen?
No, not really. It was this was very helpful. I feel less pressure now. And I will stick to the 4 hours.
Fantastic. Well, keep me posted on how it goes and I'll see you soon.
Okay. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.